It's me, Nick Hausman, here in the bowels of Starrcast right now for an interview with the COO of FITE TV. It is Michael Weber. Michael, thank you very much for taking the time today.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, you are here at a Starrcast. How is working with Conrad on this one different than the Starrcast you've done before?
Well, working with Conrad's been great. He's just got great ideas, knows the people, knows how to get stuff done. He knows how to lead people to put together a very organized event. But what's been good about this event is, now this is the second time now, even after 3, that we're back in Schaumburg Hyatt. The Hyatt's been really good people to work with. They take care of us. And this is a relatively small Hyatt hotel here. Yeah. But essentially, if you're not a wrestler or a wrestling fan, you're not staying in this hotel. You know, it's 100% all about wrestling. I've never really actually seen that all the years I've been around this business for wrestling to completely take over a fairly prestigious hotel.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and they took it over in such a big way this year. One of the big panels, CM Punk this year, you know, he's getting a live microphone. Everybody's buzzing about that. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be on traditional pay-per-view. What do you make of the buzz around this big Punk panel?
Well, the CM Punk thing, unfortunately, while I've had a chance to work with almost everybody in the business, I actually never met him.
Oh.
But I'm really excited to see him because he's kept people guessing. What is he going to do next? You know, and he left WWE while he was on top. He was the hottest thing going. And I think that's really good, though. I mean, because there's that intrigue, and that's why everybody wants to see this event because he hasn't really done anything like this to this level. And that's also one of the reasons why we put this on regular pay-per-view. The satellite trucks roll in tonight and going to be ready to go for it. So we're very excited about that one. And that is, while we got some great panels right now, that's one everybody's heard, I got to make sure I see that one. And it is the finale of our 11 shows that we're doing this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, you know, and there's a lot of great talkers here at FITE TV. Somebody I know you're really passionate about. Why don't you let me know just, you know, kind of what you think of MJF? I know he's somebody that's grabbed a lot of people recently.
Well, in all seriousness, I've never seen anybody get such a reaction at such an early age. Again, I've had the experience and the opportunity to work with so many different people, but most of the times, guys are in late 20s, early 30s, before they really hit their stride and become big news within their organizations there. And I think he just turned 23.
Yeah.
You know, and
I think that's right.
He's a great guy. He knows how to get a reaction out of the fans. And you know what? He actually is a fairly good athlete, which always helps.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and we talk about, we're talking off the air about how long you've been doing this, 35 years. You've worked at an executive level at pretty much every major promotion of pro wrestling.
Can't hold a job.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's the gig economy, right? Sometimes you're an executive at one major promotion, sometimes the executive at the other. But, you saw the last war, right? You saw the last generation. How do you think having a FITE TV is going to differentiate this era of pro wrestling from the previous era?
No, that's a great question. So, I did go through, I was at WCW when we had Nitro, obviously against head-to-head of Raw. I was there all 83 weeks and more. And that was a pretty cool time because between the two of our companies, between WCW, we actually grew the whole category. Okay. More wrestling fans. But there was independent wrestling there. Nothing like it is now, though. And with FITE, GCW is a great example. They have an event this weekend. They're a great company. They've been on our platform for about 13, 14 months now. They would never get, not to be offensive to them, they would never get a network deal. They would, USA Network or TBS or anything, they would never give them a network deal. But we gave them a platform where they can grow and grow and continue to grow. And they got a fantastic fan base. They put together some crazy shows. I want to buy stock in fluorescent light tubes. I just don't get it, but the fan base is there. They like it, but we just aired 2 shows they did from Japan.
Yeah, how impressive is that? They just played Japan.
I mean, who would have guessed that, again, a year ago, and they're able to grow with us, and God knows where they're going from here. So it's pretty exciting to see people like that. And, of course, we are doing, companies like New Japan Pro Wrestling always had a great reputation of fantastic wrestling. We're airing a show they're doing from London. So they're branching out, and we're branching with them. And that's going to be exclusively on FITE this weekend starting tomorrow, live at 12:30 Eastern. Mm-hmm. And then in 2 weeks, we're doing AAA from New York. So they're branching out.
Yeah.
And, so we're getting those, which are very older, established wrestling companies, but never really had that much exposure in the U.S. till recently. Again, we're able to give them a platform because while they may get a network deal someday, they certainly aren't going to do it right now.
Yeah. When you talk about, all the different promotions you have on FITE.tv, you kind of remind me of the Conrad. You're like, you are to live events what Conrad is to podcasting because everybody seems to be cool working with you guys, right? How hard is it to juggle the egos in the room having all these big entities all wanting to use your platform?
Well, it's sort of nice. I mean, when it's all said and done here, I do have good relations with people. I've made an effort through my whole career not to burn bridges. But the real key to it is our company is actually a technology company first. And you know what? Technology wins. I could be the greatest salesman in the world and get all these relationships, but if our platform sucked or it crashed and all that stuff, it would never have worked. And fortunately, these guys I work with, and they've been working on this for 7 years now, and continuously keep enhancing the technology to be better and better for streaming, recommendation engines, so you can do a good search and find out, hey, if you like GCW, you might like Southern Violence, wrestling, which is
a logical conclusion. Yes.
And we got this little show called AEW All Out. Well, it's not available on FITE in the United States, but we're going to do bang up business around the world. It's available everywhere in the world right now through FITE, which also we become a good partner of companies that now they can see our programming or their programming around the world, anywhere Wi-Fi works.
1.6 million subscribers, is that right?
That's absolutely correct.
Is that more or less than the WWE Network? Not that it's a contest.
I think last time I saw, maybe they're at 1.59.
So just a little bit more? All right, anyway. Anything you want to plug, promote, put over here for FITE before we wrap it up?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the shows I can promote, but I have 69 shows scheduled for the month of September. Okay. But a couple of them are pretty damn good.
There you go. So just watch all of them, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, please watch them all. Got Ken Shamrock has a wrestling background, but he's getting into the bare knuckle, which is another new area. He's got the Valor bare knuckle.
I saw the sign for that.
Yeah, September 21st, live on FITE. And what's interesting about that too is bare knuckle is something that started June 3rd of 2018. Yeah. So 15 months ago, there was no such thing as bare knuckle fighting, and it's one of our top watched programs now.
I talked to Paul, and I know that they're like, you want him to leave, right? You trying to pull him out? We're gonna bring people in. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, well, I was gonna say I talked to Paul Lazenby about this. And he was like, he likes the bare knuckle fighting because it's like there's more respect for the punches, right? Because you're gonna hurt your hand when you make contact with the face, right?
Right. I mean, the bare knuckle fighting is pretty cool. It's actually well organized shows, which I was impressed by, and it's good competition. And he said, "Oh, bare knuckle fighting, that's gonna be a bloodbath." Well, you want to watch bloodbath? Go watch GCW. This is a good competition. It's real boxing, and they're real athletes, and they do a great job. It's a very entertaining program to watch.
Well, there we go, Michael Weber. Thank you very much for the time. Again, this is Nick Hausman here from Starrcast.